Kia ora. Welcome.
G'day.
Oh, sorry. I said we already organised. I'm introducing, but we forgot about the hello bit. One day,
We're,
one
one
day.
of these days we'll figure it out.
Welcome to Cup of Tea and a Yarn. I'm Jill, Tea and a Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Kylie. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry. And it's the school holidays, so it's been busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm between meetings. It's like quick, quick, quick.
Yeah. We were like, let's do it now. And then my computer had issues. And
So I
so
might be
anyway,
like I'm talking faster.
yeah. No, you'll be right.
Yeah.
Have you been doing much making?
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh,
I've got two finished things. Although
wow.
one of them's blocking, so I can't show it to you. I only just put it out this morning, so if I
Oh,
held it up, it would be like trippy. So I finished my daybreak sweater.
oh, fantastic. Is that what's
Yeah,
blocking?
yeah. The only bit I
Nice.
haven't done is the crochet down the sleeve, so it hasn't quite finished, and I haven't sewn the ends in, so it's probably not quite finished yet. It'll be finished for next time, I think.
You might be able to wear it next time.
I might be able to. It seems, as it's blocking, it seems incredibly wide.
Oh, well, is it meant to be a loose fit?
Well, I'm thinking it might be wide because, the sleeves only go to there and then it becomes the body. So it's
Yeah.
just the body is really big.
Oh, well,
And the
yeah, if the
bottom
sleeves go
goes
to
like
there,
that. Yeah, they
yeah,
go to here.
then the body will be big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah. As I was laying it out, I was like, wow, surely has it grown that much in the water?
Well, I mean, if you put it on and it is too wide, you can always reblock it and stretch it the other way.
Yeah, so I've tried doing that way.
Oh,
So
okay.
make it a bit longer. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think it looks quite good. There's a couple of times as I was like pressing it, I was like, oh, now that side one stripe is a bit wider to that stripe on that side. So, but I think only if you look closely can you notice that.
Can't be too
Mm,
fussy about these things.
no, no, no one else is going to know.
No, that's right. That's right.
And of course, I'd finished my blanket as well.
Yes. You want to show us that?
I can.
It looks fantastic.
This
You'll
is,
have to put a picture in maybe at the end if you can.
yeah.
It looks fantastic. So you wove this on your rigid heddle,
Yes, I did
and
four panels.
yep,
And I noticed that, so there is one side, let's get this side, there's like a bit that almost lines up, which is really weird. So the purples like almost line up there and there,
there you go.
but they shouldn't because that's got an extra bit at the top.
Oh, how weird.
Yeah. So, so yeah, four panels sewed together. I'm very impressed with my tassels.
Your tassels, I was admiring the tassels too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah, so I did them all by hand. You'd like swirl
Wow.
them and then knot them, and then um,
Yeah.
I did my fulling. Um, I tried in the sink, but oh, God, no, it wasn't going to work. So I kind of put it flat-ish on the washing line, like I
Yep.
laid it across the washing line, and then I threw it in the dryer and just watched every 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think
They always say to full in the dryer, and it just seems
yeah,
so wrong, but it's the right thing.
I think that okay, so that's this particular square has gathered a little bit, so that one, some part of that has um shrunk more than other parts.
Right.
But
Did
yeah,
you full it after you'd sewed it all together?
yeah,
Yep.
yep. So I
Yep.
sewed it all together, did all my tassels,
And
and
then
then I
full.
folded it.
Yep.
Yeah, that is
Nice.
super soft.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, really soft and quite light. Like it, my mum was
Yes.
quite surprised how light it was, but cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took all of Easter weekend to do my panels.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I
That's
sewed it
pretty
together.
impressive. It's pretty impressive to do a blanket in a weekend, hey?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
My
The only
son,
other way you could do that would be quilting,
yeah, yes.
but even then,
My sewing together is not very good. Um, Apparently you should have kept, anyway. I started the way it said and I didn't like it. And so then I
yeah,
don't know what I did after that. I just kind of
yeah,
sewed. But as it's blocked, or what you call it, fold, it kind of,
yeah,
you can really see the joins very well, which is good.
perfect.
Mm. But yes,
Very good.
even my sister was impressed. But like normally, if I put things on the social media that I've
Yes.
made, she usually laughs, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She thinks it's strange that I make stuff.
Yeah,
But this one, she was like, "Wow, that's beautiful."
there you go. Maybe that can be something you make for her because I know you're always looking for things you make for her.
Oh, I knitted her a blanket last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I'm quite impressed with it, and I really like it. I'm
And
impressed
it's
with
all your
myself.
hand spun. It's all
All
your
my
hand
hands
spun.
spun.
Yeah, it's
The
so
most,
special.
and what I'm incredibly impressed with was, even though things don't line up and are a bit weird, the
Mm.
pieces were perfectly the same.
So that'll be because of the length of your
My
what do you
warping,
call that? Your warp. Your warp
yes,
was correct. Yeah.
yeah, it
What?
was from the bench to the tap on the sink.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. As long as it's the same every time, that's all you got to do. Yeah.
Even like the
Oh,
end bits I'd done right so that it was, yeah,
yeah.
perfectly the same.
Perfect.
Mm. I
Well
was like,
done.
thanks.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it in person someday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
was
mm.
it? Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself. I,
Yeah, you should
I,
be.
I wove something that is usable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you made fabric.
Yeah,
Awesome. Ah, you might be back into the weaving then.
maybe. Yeah. How about you?
I mean,
Sorry.
it's, I was just gonna say that the rigid heddle, it's a tool. You don't have to use it all the time. You use it from time to time, then that's fine. It's a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was quite a
yeah,
good way of using up quite a lot of my hand span.
yeah. It might
Yeah.
would be a good way to use up some scraps, maybe too. You could do like a
Mm,
scrappy version.
you could.
Mm.
I think you don't have to do this like the square bits. I don't think that
Yeah,
matters. I think having the bits down the side to sew together helps.
yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
give some consistency maybe across the blanket.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But if you had
Um,
different colored warps constantly, it wouldn't matter.
yeah, 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 yeah. I haven't finished any knitting.
Mm. What?
I did a cross stitch though.
Ooh, I saw that. I saw you were back stitching.
So it's going to be hard to show,
Is it the
but
Eiffel Tower?
no, I've had a
Mm.
few people say, "Is it the Eiffel Tower?" It's just a. Here you go. I'll show you. This is the kit. It's just a church, white church. It's sunset. It's called.
Oh,
It's got like a housey type thing. I just thought it was pretty. I just
that's
liked it.
pretty.
Yeah, so I got that kit from Ribbon Rose last year.
Hmm.
Um, I was going to make it for Scarlett for Christmas, but then I realized um she doesn't use bookmarks. She remembers the number, the page number. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Um, Whatever. So I couldn't I decided I wouldn't bother trying to get it done for Christmas. But
Hmm.
recently I was like, oh, I just feel like doing some cross stitch. And then I was like, I should do that bookmark. And I couldn't find it. It took me 2 weeks to find the kit. I looked everywhere. I turned the place upside down. And you know what? I can't even remember where it was in the end. But I found it, and as soon as I found it, I was like, right, I'm starting it now.
Yeah.
And that was like right before Easter. So yeah, so we had a lovely Easter weekend where I would just sort of sit down with my very tiny little cross stitch and I was just working away and I was listening to an audiobook and my husband would snuggle up beside me on his phone doing his crosswords and
Yeah.
yeah, it was just really nice. So now I love that about craft, how you get memories with what you're making as
Yeah.
to what was happening at the time. So this is like my nice snuggly Easter
That's cool.
memory. Yeah.
What's on your sleeve? I'm just looking at your sleeve.
Oh, it's Harry Potter.
Ah,
This is very crazy make of mine.
So nice.
Yeah. The design is, I made this a few years back. The design is by Duck Butt Designs is the name of the company.
Oh, it's got
But yeah,
pockets.
it's got a pocket. That's a pocket.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's kind of weird, but I'm weird, so you know. So yeah, it's the Harry Potter. I
Uh,
love the owl's so cute. Yeah.
I was trying to decide if it was Marvel or not.
No, no, not Marvel. I could do a Marvel one. Does Spotlight do that fabric? I'm not
Probably.
buying fabric right now, though. I'm not buying
No,
fabric, so
that's
I
right.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a couple of things lately that I've really like wanted to buy and had to really stop myself. So, yep. Anyway.
So yes, cross stitch is beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just I used to do a lot of cross stitch. I've done some really big cross stitches. And I think you used to do cross stitch as well,
Mm,
did you? Yeah. Yeah,
mm,
it's one of those things you go through, I think.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
quite
Something
meditative, isn't it?
Yeah, I did it a lot as a teenager too.
Mm, me too.
Very simple, I think, and you're just following the pattern and
Yeah.
don't have to think about it too much. And yeah.
Mm,
So something I've been working on.
mm. Ooh, what's that?
This is a new sweater for Sammy.
I like the colours.
They're great, aren't they? That
Is this one of Stephen West's ones?
this is the first of Stephen West's pups. What's he calling it? Called it something funny. Is his pup collection. So it's the striped pup sweater.
Hmm.
Is the first in the collection. So I have purchased the collection. So there's going to be 6 sweaters released throughout the year, throughout the their spring, summer. So by the end of winter, Sammy's going to have a whole wardrobe.
Now, does Sammy get to pick what colours they want?
Absolutely not. So the yarns I've used, this neon-y one, isn't it amazing? It's called watermelon, not watermelon, watermelon,
Yeah.
I think, from memory. And that's from Squiggle Yarn Company. She's in South Australia. I love her colours. She's an amazing dyer. It's really hard to get her stuff. She now supplies a few different shops. That's the best way to get her stuff, or to buy her stuff at like events.
So
Uh,
why not use it for the dog?
I know, right? I didn't even think of that, but to be fair, I just had these 2 balled up already, and I was like, you know what, they'll do because they're nice. They go nicely together. And this is one from I got this at Lupine like 3 or 4 years ago, like very early on. Might have even been at her opening night.
Wow.
It's Otaki Dye House is what it
Oh,
used to
yes.
be, but
This
she's
is
changed her name.
Ruatahine, is it now?
I'm not sure.
Sorry, plane. I just got a plane. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'll look her up though. I'll try and find it and link it in the show notes. But yeah, she uses this what's the dye technique? It's I don't know, but
like
she
like resist or something.
resist, that's the word. She uses a resist dye technique and it gives this funky little
The,
blippy
the
sort of
green and
effect.
pink one. I've got a
Yes,
swisher's worth of it.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, so that's what I've made it out of.
Nice.
Uh, and it's got a hole for her harness.
I wasn't going to ask what the hole was for, but
Yeah. So you put her harness on and then you put her jumper on and you can then have the lead coming through.
okay.
I don't think it will ever be cold enough to need a jumper on when she's going for a walk
No,
in Auckland.
no.
But I did it anyway. So I've just got to do the leg holes and I'm done.
Cool. I'm sure
She's
you'll have to take photos of her wearing it.
absolutely, and she's had a few try-on sessions, and it fits her really nicely. I'm just noticing the pooling. I love that.
Yeah.
It's like broken up by the stripes. That looks so cool. So fun.
Brilliant. I think you're crackers.
I did say that, didn't I? I said I'm mad, crazy, making this sort of clothing and whatnot. It's great. She actually really loves her jumpers now. She like basically asks for it to go on in the morning. Yeah. So
Nice.
crazy dog lady.
Oh God. I've had a bit of a cast on moment. I've casted on three things.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got um I've got sick of doing purling.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So I've cast on the Way Out West bandana cow,
Yep.
which has a little bit of purling just to break up the stuff. And I'm using a yeah yarn,
Mm-hmm.
which is merino linen.
Beautiful.
And I'm looking at the thing over there and I can't read what the colorway is.
It's like a chocolate
Like ice
strawberry
cream.
sundae.
Yeah, hang on a sec.
It looks like ice cream.
It's called, oh, it's called Moscow Mule.
Bosco Mule. Oh, I wouldn't have picked that.
No. Yeah. So anyway, that's I just started that the other day just for some round and round that's not
Beautiful.
socks. Although my sock drawer has depleted for Christmas because we had
Oh,
friends over from Tasmania and they all got a pair. So
fair enough. Fair enough.
yes,
My round,
I like the
my
colours.
round. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful. I was just going to say my round and round is still going. This
Oh
is
yeah.
my sock head. Yeah, I mean, it sits in my handbag and I don't get as much handbag knitting as I used to. But we did go and see Dungeons and Dragons on the weekend, so it got about that much done
Was
doing
it
to.
good? I want to see that one.
I'll be honest, I fell asleep in the middle of it.
Okay.
Um, no, it was that is no reflection on the film, okay? That is because I'm a shift worker now and like I had my
Ah,
knitting and everything and I had a sleep and I've never ever done that before. Even when we were in uni and the Matrix 3 released and we went and saw all three Matrix back to back overnight, didn't finish till 4 a.m. I didn't fall asleep.
mm,
But now I'm a shift worker. I go to the movies, I fall asleep.
yeah. Any chance?
Yeah, pretty much. And it was literally a 15-minute nap, and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. But no, it was really good. It was a good movie. Yeah. Yeah. And apparently I missed all of the boring talky bit about how they described how to do the quest.
Oh
So
yeah. So it was the
yeah.
right time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, so what else have you cast on then?
Well, this is I'm going to blame um Pearl Jam NZ. I don't know, do you follow her on Instagram, Pearl Jams?
No.
She's a prolific knitter and very excellent knitter in Taranaki, and she's
Right.
also quite funny. Um, and she found, I'll show you a picture of this is what she put on her Instagram. This vest, and it's called the Warp Vest. This is the back of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I thought it was quite cool because it's the person is Sarah Ottosson. Ottosson, she's Swedish.
Hmm.
I think it's what I thought was quite funny is she has named it after the Time War.
Right. Right. From Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that's funny because that was the guy from Hamilton that made that.
Yeah.
I told you
Yeah.
that his sister is one of my neighbors, eh?
Oh, really? Wow, there you go. Is she a bit
So
kooky?
she's so glamorous.
Oh,
But
wow.
she's a very older lady, but her hair's always well done, and she always has a beautiful makeup on, and she wears fabulous caftans.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't see
Very
her very
Hollywood.
often, but so she comes to our Christmas drinks up the driveway and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is where I'm at. I've done my first three. So I'm doing pink, turquoise, and green. So then
Nice.
the next square is going to be just turquoise, and the turquoise will run into that. And I'm using pulsed
Wow,
gun.
well done.
Yeah.
Perfect. So do
Um,
you hold them together to get that
yeah, so
effect?
you hold them together, then you drop like so. At the moment I'm doing pink all the way. So
Yep.
two pinks, then pink and turquoise, then pink and green. So
Perfect. Yep.
the next blob is turquoise and pink, turquoise and turquoise, turquoise and green. And
So
then the last
clever.
one will be green across. Yeah, so it becomes mild. So I'm doing
Beautiful.
the longer one because the short one is very, very short. So the longer one might just sit on my waist. And I'm about
No.
to change to the turquoise. The colour's a lot more brighter than it looks on the screen. Mm.
Oh, very cool.
So where I might come undone is my bright pink is 100% wool. My green is 70% wool, 30% silk. And my turquoise is 55% wool and 45% cotton.
Oh,
So they're all,
so the concern would be that when you block it, things will change.
yeah, might not be quite squares.
My suggestion to you would be cold water block.
Oh yeah. I use it
100%.
anyway.
I normally do
Like
like a
tepid.
tepid, yeah. I would do cold water block. I wouldn't add any heat because that will change the fiber characteristics.
So I still have to give it a good wash though because the spinning oil's in it.
Right. Oh,
It's going to be interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And as I was doing it, and I thought, oh, this is fun. And then I thought, I wonder what Kylie's going to say about all these different wools together.
I, I don't have a problem with that sort of thing. Yeah, I often mix wools, but you do have to treat them carefully when you wash them. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And it might
the thing
wear
that
a bit funny because the
yeah,
cotton and the silk will drape differently to the merino.
yeah. So well that I guess that's
Mm.
all the bottom one is also just wool too, so that's fine.
So that's okay. You've got that stability. It'll just,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be
And the
interesting to
pink
see
is
how
all
it
the way
wears.
across, so that bit will be all fine. It's just the
Yeah,
next two squares that will be a bit strange.
yeah. It'll be a very interesting experiment, I think. Yeah,
It grows really fast. Um,
yeah, cool.
and you do it forwards and backwards in two bits, and then you sew it together. So that, oh, yeah, three needle bind off at the top, then you have to sew the sides.
Yeah.
So that's where I was sick of purling.
Purling. Yeah, I was just thinking that that must have been your purling you were sick of. Yeah,
Yeah, and also making sure that everything doesn't get all tangled up because you got all
yes.
like four balls there at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's very cool.
if it works, it's going to be fab.
Absolutely.
It's going to be
And
really fab.
it's just, whoa, you just pull it undone if it's no good and reuse it.
Yeah. It's going to be really hard to pull undone, because the pink is quite sticky.
And because of the intarsia.
Yeah,
Is it intarsia or is it just you pick
it's
up?
in
Yeah.
pleasure. Yeah. So it's going to be annoying.
Well,
I could felt it and it become cushion. There we go.
perfect. Perfect backup.
Yeah.
So I cast on something new too.
Mhm.
Do you remember my spinning that I did
Yes,
last
yes,
week?
yes.
Last time.
Wow. Oh, this is
So,
going to be your blanket.
yeah. Ah, the color in here is so bad.
It looks beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've literally just used the granny's favorite dishcloth recipe,
Mm,
and I've just knit. Now I am over halfway through this now.
mm,
I knit to halfway and I was like, that's not big enough.
mm.
So I'm keeping on going until I'm happy with the size, at which point I will decide whether or not I'm going to then stripe a different color
Hmm.
and go back. Or I did have the idea that I could actually pick up and knit the opposite way
Oh,
and
yes.
do a triangle the opposite way.
Yeah.
So I haven't decided yet. It'll be how I feel when I get to that point.
It's good. This looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's knitting up really lovely,
Mm,
and yeah. So
cool.
you might not see this again because I have to finish it by, oh shit, like 2 weeks. Excuse me. I try not to swear on the podcast because I know that some people are sensitive to it. It's the first weekend of oh, you might just see it actually. It's 2 and a bit weeks before Jeremy goes away. So
I,
yeah. But no, I think it's come up quite, it is purple, but it's quite a neutral purple, I feel. So
yeah,
it's for a little boy.
yeah,
But
cool.
I don't think people care about colors these days like they used to.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, so it goes into this pink more, it is more pink on this end.
Yeah.
It's it's still quite like all the colors. So the other thing is I've got two options. I've got some grey mild stuff that I won from Skeins like 3 years ago. And I've also started spinning some more because I was like, it's half spun, right?
Yeah.
This is hand spun, so the whole thing should be hand spun. So I've just grabbed two random things from my cupboard. One was a bat from Skein, Australia in
Hmm.
Coffs Harbour called Cherry Blossom, and it's white with a tiny bit of pink and some yellows through it.
Oh,
And I
nice.
think that kind of picks up, there's a bit of yellow through here.
Yeah.
And the other bat was gifted to me from Jane, Arapawa Jane.
Hmm.
Um, it was a Christmassy, our Christmas swap thing we get. And
Yeah.
it gradient bat that goes from white to green.
Oh,
So yeah, so I've spun the first bat. I'm halfway through the second bat already.
yeah.
Uh, so if I spin that up and it looks good and it matches this, that's what I will do.
Yeah.
If it turns out completely horrible, I will not do that. It might turn out really, really ugly.
So, no, it can't be ugly. I don't think handspun can ever be ugly. It's just not
Well,
quite what I thought it would be.
it might not be what it needs to be for the project.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, so I've been working on that and it's gotten a bit boring to be honest because it's just back and forth. But
Yeah. But you've
yeah,
got a time frame and so you have to get it done.
yep, that's it. And yeah, I'm excited by it. And I'll definitely put like a tag on this one.
Yeah.
One of my tags, I think. I've got a made by Auntie tag.
Oh, cool.
So I might do that. We'll see.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
that's all my knitting. Oh, that's all my knitting, but I do have crochet. So if you've got more knitting, please
I've
share.
got one more.
Oh, I do have one more. I've
Um,
just realized.
so I sometimes kind of get stuck in Instagram and just scroll. And I
Yep.
saw this lady who, and
That's called doom scrolling.
is that,
Yeah.
I thought it was just like brain dead scrolling, but she's, and I think it might be that the lady that did the scrappy sock thing that I made, and I
Yep.
think it's the same lady, and she's done some socks with crochet granny squares around the top.
Oh, cute.
And she's actually doing it as a pattern. Obviously, I couldn't wait, so I just did it. So I did
That is so
little
cute.
my little squares, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 7, and I picked up, so I've got 60 stitches around.
That
So
is the
whatever
cutest
whatever that
thing.
number is.
So have you put that on around your leg?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that fits. So I just need to do a little bit. So pick up at the top and do a bit of a rib. So then
Right.
that's kind of part of the ankle,
Yep.
the leg bit, should I say? Yeah. So that's what I've been playing with.
That
Um,
is so cute. What's the yarn?
mm, that one. Um,
That looks like your yeah yarn. It's the same sort of colors. It's funny how we get in a color.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this one I think I got from, oh, I think it might be something like, oh gosh, it's called two legs or something, or two somethings. Can't remember.
Right.
Anyway, I got it recently. It was one of my purchases that I showed recently.
Right.
I got from the knitting shop in Nelson.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
It's her brand, isn't it?
No, it's not. This one isn't. This one
Oh,
is a different one.
right, okay.
But I split it and tried to do two socks at the same, and I split it wrong. So
Oh,
it just went in the drawer. And I thought, well, if I use it for this, it's not going to matter and it's all going to be different. So yeah, so the stripes are going to be different, and maybe the next leg, the the colors of the squares will be different. And so
yeah. Oh,
they
that's
might be
fabulous.
yeah. So anyway, that's my what I'm playing with at the moment.
Very, very cool.
We'll see how they go.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll be fabulous.
Yeah. So what were you going to say?
Oh, I do have one more whip that I've been working on. This is a long-term whip. Um, this is the 10 stitch blanket.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Cool. I've tried to do
that's
that one, and I think I got as much as a little bit in the middle and gave up.
yeah, so this is just some leftovers, and I have, where's the ball? This much left.
Right.
I nearly finished it on a night shift.
That's
And it's just going to be a charity blanket, so I'm not too concerned. I would have liked to have made it to the end, but I don't think I will.
mm,
So what I'll try and do, I think, is try and find something in my stash the same or similar,
mhm.
try and get to the end, and then I'll finish it with a plain color, maybe even just black.
Right. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So
It looks really
that
cool.
would be, yeah, I don't think I'll finish it as a 10 stitch though. I think once I finish that square, I'll probably just pick up along and knit
Yeah.
because it is time consuming. That 10 stitch is time consuming. I won't do it again. It's not something I love. Um,
Imagine if you do it in chunky yarn on big needles, it might be quite cool.
this is chunky yarn and this is, well, chunky yarn. I think they're 6 mil
Oh,
needles.
okay. Yeah. So
Might
there's
be five,
yeah.
5 or 6,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Hmm. I tried it on some leftover sock yarn, and I by the time I worked out how the middle went, I was over it.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I
No,
think it looks really cool though.
it looks fabulous. And yeah, this is chunkier. So I think if I had have done it in the 4-ply, I probably would have given up as well. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, as I said, it's quite cool. I love it, but I will just finish it very simply.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even do it on maybe I'll do some squares on my knitting machine.
I was just gonna say that.
Actually, I could probably pick it up on my knitting machine.
Ah, yes.
I could probably hang it on my knitting machine and knit up from
Mm.
it. Watch this space.
Excellent.
Because it's just a charity knit, it's not that charity people I'm giving stuff to don't deserve hand knits or whatever. None of that. I'm not getting into that. But it was just something to keep someone warm,
Yeah,
is the point.
yeah,
We
absolutely.
we do an annual drive at our work, Jammies in June for Middlemore Hospital, and so that's what I try to knit a few bits, beanies and blankets and stuff throughout the year for that drive. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it's really good. I don't do any charity knitting.
I would love to do more, but I am at a stage in my life where my family needs knits and I need knits and I'm selfish.
I'm sure that once at some point my friends will have had enough.
Yeah, exactly. I've got family members who need socks
Yes,
and and they make beautiful gifts and all of that. And yeah.
absolutely. So you're still making other things, you just said.
Yes, so my one other thing I've been working on, this is why I haven't finished anything because I've been working on all the things. I've been a bit ADHD this fortnight, but anyway, I have finished the very last square for my Hobbit blanket, I'm
Oh,
calling it the Hobbit blanket.
the very last one, like ever.
Yes.
Wow.
So instead of showing you the blanket not 100% finished, I'm going to show you what I have left to join on.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, I have 4 more to join.
Wow. And once that's done, it's done.
Well, I'll do an edge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very exciting. I was doing it at knit night last night. I was adding them in and it's big, it's beautiful. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do if I was going to do one again, I would hold the 4-ply together because it's not very warm.
Mm. That's it.
Mm.
I have a few crochet blankets just with 4-ply, and they don't feel warm, but they are warm. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
It feels like it's not cold here yet, and I'm able to have it on my lap with
mm,
like jeans on, and I'm not hot. And I'm sort of
yeah.
thinking, I don't know how warm this is going to be, but as you say, crochet's a bit like that. It kind of traps your body heat, and
Yeah, because of the air, it grabs the air, doesn't it? Because of the all of the where the stitches are. So I've got one on the back of, I'm just looking at it, the one on the back of the chair, and that's
yeah,
a 4-ply. I think it might be cotton even, and it's warm enough in the winter for me. And same on
yeah,
our bed, we've got a 4-ply one that, you know, when you just need that extra warmth occasionally, and it's really good for that.
yeah.
Mm. So yeah, I
So
don't mind the 4-ply crochet blankets.
I think it's quite practical for our climate, really.
Mm,
It's just in the middle of winter when you really want that warm, cozy blanket, it's not going to be that blanket.
have
Yeah,
to.
and that's fine.
Oh, it sounds like yours is going to be big enough to fold in half.
Well, it's folded. I can show you how big it is, like just fold it up.
So like you
Like
can
it.
fold it over you. Yeah. So you can
Oh
have like
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a weighty blanket.
yeah.
Well, it's probably almost a kilo.
Wow.
I'll work out the weight. Yeah. So this segues nicely into purchases because I've got a purchase that might be added into it.
Oh, okay.
I subscribed to the Glow Yarn
Mm,
Vivaldi Club.
I saw that.
Mm.
Mm.
And I got it and I went, oh, why did I subscribe to that? Because I don't like autumn colors.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Oh,
it's called Season of Change. This is her autumn color, but I think this is going to go really nicely with my Hobbit blanket.
yeah,
So this might become the border.
yeah, nice.
So the yarn is BFL. It's really
Mhm.
nice. It's really sturdy, hardy yarn, which is perfect for a blanket. But this also reminds me of my mother-in-law. So depending on how,
What way?
oh, sorry, just the colors. These are
Oh,
her colors.
okay, right, yeah.
Sorry. So as soon as I got it, I was like, oh, that's Jenny to a T. So I might I'll see how I go with the blanket, and if I've got a lot left, I might knit her a pair of socks out of them. If I only have 50 grams left, they might be shorties,
Yeah.
but Yep. So the it was minis as well. So
Yes. Oh, nice.
they're really lovely. I'm gonna pull them out for you. No, I won't bother. So there's this lovely navy where it's navy and black, you can kind of see. And then this one, this lovely blue. They're my two favorite. And
Hmm.
then there's coral's really pretty too.
Mm.
And then this one, this is not my color. And
Mm.
this is not my color either, but that's okay. I can see a Christmas gnome from that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I like minis for gnomes,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they're 20 gram minis. So they're a decent size.
Yeah.
So yes, so I've signed up to her winter club as well. I love winter colors
Yes.
because they're
I've been
blue.
tempted. I haven't done it though.
Well, I think it's signed off is finished
I was
now,
like,
so
oh, okay, well, there you go.
you're safe. You're
Temptation's
safe.
gone.
Yeah. Um, but I'm half thinking I could maybe do another blanket with all these minis
You could.
because I'll have like autumn, winter, summer, spring, or spring, summer.
Yeah. Mm.
We'll see. Because because they're 20 grams, they
Yeah.
would, if I doubled them, they'll end up the same size as these,
Yeah.
which actually that won't be big enough. So I don't know.
If you doubled them, they'll be a bit bigger.
If I held it double, because this is a 10 gram mini.
But if you held it double, it would be bigger.
Oh, you're right. It would be bigger because of the size of the hook I'd need to
Yeah.
use.
And
Yes.
and also the yarn together, even if you use the same size hook, it would end up bigger.
Yeah, it'll be fluffier too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
We'll see. Maybe that could be the start of another blanket.
Cool.
Not that I need to start another blanket.
I did a little shop.
Oh, that's really pretty. Oh my God, that pink.
Mm. So Ribbon Rose
That's
had
our pack up.
Ribbon Rose had a sale. So it's alpaca sock. It's
Yep.
it's Cheska
Yep.
alpaca sock.
That's a Peruvian yarn, isn't
I
it?
think so. Made in Peru, yeah. So baby alpaca. I don't know why I picked these colors. I think it might have been the colors that were left.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think they're fabulous.
I think they're quite nice. It's so soft.
Mm,
It's like floppy, which like that's not normal sock yarn, eh? Like sock
no,
yarn's normally floppy like that. But
no.
yeah, incredibly soft. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but there's enough for a jersey.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So
Mm.
my color work one from Boylan Knits with the color work across, I did that in alpaca and it hangs beautifully.
Okay. Mm.
What's it called? The Zwig.
Oh yeah,
Zwag?
swag.
Yeah, that would be beautiful with the pink.
Mm. I
You
don't know.
could,
I kind of went for this maroon color, but I quite like it. Like a ready,
yeah.
yeah, kind
Mm.
of the same color as my flowers.
You could do like the cuffs in the silver,
Yeah,
neckline and the cuffs and the band in the silver, and then the lacy bit in the pink, and then the rest in the maroon.
yeah.
I've just designed a sweater for you. There you go.
Thanks.
Do not feel obliged to knit that sweater.
But yeah, so yeah, it just seemed like to be a really good deal. So yeah, I think
What were they down to?
oh, half price or something.
Awesome.
It was like a you cannot walk past this deal. Yeah. Since then I've stopped opening their emails.
I missed that email, thankfully.
Yes, yeah. And they didn't have a great deal of choice. It was mostly this and Ashford that they had on
Ah,
sale. Yeah.
I did look at them on the weekend because my daughter's gotten into tapestry weaving.
Oh, yes.
And I looked at purchasing a tapestry frame for her, an Ashford's tapestry frame, but then Jan gifted her one.
Oh yeah, cool.
So she's a good egg, Jen.
Yeah, she is. She's great.
Yeah, yeah. So my daughter has done a whole tapestry now. She finished it
Wow,
last night. Yeah, I'll send you a pic. It's really cute.
that's cool. I had to play with
So,
tapestry weaving. It's fun. Like making
yeah,
shapes and
I can imagine you would really love it because the thing my daughter loves about it is the lack of instructions and the freedom.
yeah.
And to me, I'm like, it's a blank canvas, and I'm like, tell me what to do with it. You know, I could make them if I had like a book that told me exactly what to do. But she just sat down and did this gorgeous tapestry.
But it's amazing the stuff you can do. Like you can do the big loops and you can do the fluffy things and yeah.
Yeah, she used some roving on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
You can do
yeah,
the make the shapes and yeah.
yeah.
I did have a play once. It was good fun.
She did a sunset.
Mm,
Yeah,
nice.
see if I can find a picture. Anyway, you talk. I'll find a picture.
I did a bit of spinning. I have finished one of my things. Can you see that? It's purpley. It probably doesn't look purpley there.
Looks grey. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Oh, some purpley there. So
yeah.
it's kind of a silvery purple, and it's also got a lot of silk in it.
Hmm.
So it is from Terry Berry,
Oh, nice.
and it's a 30% silk merino. So I've done that one, and I at the same time I bought this, I bought a bright purple one of hers as well. So I'm spinning. It's the same purple as your top.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm spinning that, and I'm going to apply them together.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm about halfway through that one as well. So again, my some of my spinning went to Tasmania too.
Oh, very good. So she's a knitter as well then?
Yeah. So yeah, so she was the one that gifted me the Lola,
Louie and Lola.
Louie and Lola yarn. Yeah, because she
Yep.
knows the dyer that
Yes.
used to work with her. So
Oh, right.
and be part of her knit group. So she knits in the winter, and so I said,
Right.
"Oh, would you like some hand spun to play with?" So yeah, she took some of my hand spun.
I bet she was excited by that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I did find a little picture.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Very excellent. So proud, Mum.
I am a very proud mum. My kids are awesome. Just ask me. Speaking of my kids, my dog is, I've locked her out and she's outside there. I'm hearing her snoring
Outside the
out the
door.
door. Yeah.
She should be with the kids, shouldn't she?
I told her to stay with the kids, but she
Yeah.
didn't listen, clearly.
Oh. She can hear you talking to you and wants to know what's going on.
Probably. I'm only just hearing her in the last 5 minutes, so maybe she's been with them and they're boring. To be fair, they're probably just sitting on their devices like they are every other day.
And you're even more boring because she's fallen asleep.
Well, that's what she does though. She just finds someone she loves and falls asleep. That's her MO, you
Nice.
know.
Oh, cool. Well, that's all of my everythings. That's all
Oh,
I've been
very
doing.
good.
My spinning, which I think I got quite into that, so I quite enjoyed doing my spinning for this. So I'm going to enjoy playing that. I think it'll look quite cool with the purple. It'll be very kind of barber poley, but the whole thing will be barber like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, I've been enjoying getting back into my spinning too because I had that ankle injury
Mm,
last year. That's my thing. I get ankle injuries and I don't spin.
mm,
Um, and so yeah, I really enjoyed that. Because yeah, I pretty much hadn't spun until right before the camp, the
mm,
Majacraft camp. And then of course I spun all weekend and I've been spinning since. It's been
mm.
great.
That's cool. I saw that Greta suggested putting a white shirt underneath my raglan holy thing, which I haven't um frogged yet, but I did try it and I still don't like it. But good suggestion. Thanks, Greta.
So the only other thing we need to talk about is our
It's the
summer.
last fortnight, isn't it?
It's the last fortnight. Yeah, it finishes at the end of April. We'll give away. I probably should have brought up Paula's gorgeous yarn that we have to give away, but I'm not that organized. So yes, please enter our hashtag Kiwi Summer Whip. Was that it, the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's it. If not, we'll correct it in the show notes. Yeah, so all you've got to do is finish something that was started before the start of this year and post it on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you could email us. And yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about the Kiwi summer thing. It was still swimming weather last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Tasmanians and Andrew all went swimming a couple of times last week in the ocean.
That's mad.
Still warm enough.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. So
Okay.
it's the second week of school holidays for us, and we are I'm doing shoe shopping again today.
Shoe shopping.
Because my boy goes through sneakers, a pair of sneakers every term.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get shoes, and the other thing we're going to do is because he's 13 now, he can have a FPOS card.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get him an FPOS card today. We go to the bank, get him an FPOS card.
Mm-hmm. Exciting.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is exciting.
Yeah, and I'll just take him to the park or something. Might drop in on Julie if she's around. We'll see.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to avoid Michelle Ann's
Oh,
in
well done.
Pookie.
Well done.
Yep, because that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Next this weekend, the Lupine 4th birthday
Yes.
party is on. So
Are you going to go?
I'm going to be between night shifts, so I will be a good girl and sleep instead.
Sleep. Well done. Yeah. I see
Yeah.
they've got a competition-y thing going at the moment where you post whatever you've made from their stuff.
Yeah, I enjoyed going through my photos.
I could post my my raglan thing that I'm going to
Yeah.
pull apart anyway.
Well, I'm going to post this later when it's done.
Yes.
And I did go through my Ravelry and was like, oh, what have I made? And I was like, I'm sure I've only made a couple of things, but there's actually quite a few things that I've made, mostly socks.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, I posted them. That was fun.
Yeah, I saw that. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are we prattling?
We are prattling, yes. Get on
Okay.
with our day.
Okay.
Hope you have a good week, everybody.
Yes, you too. Have a good week
Yes.
and enjoy the rest of the school holidays.
Oh, they'll go quick.
Yes. I've got next Monday off, so I've got a nice long weekend next week.
Me too.
Anzac weekend. Oh, I've got some new earrings. You see my poppies.
Oh, they're so cute.
So a lady in Wellington, GHD, I think it is, GHD Designs, and she makes earrings out of Rimu.
Oh, I think I know her. Yes.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of her pairs, and she was having a thing with the poppies, and if you bought them, she was giving some of the money to the RSA. So
Excellent.
I think last year I got the bigger ones.
Right.
Got 2 pairs.
Very good.
For Poppy Day.
Poppy Day, yeah. Yep. For those outside of Australia and New Zealand, Anzac Day is the day we celebrate. Celebrate? Not the right word.
Commemorate?
Commemorate and remember our fallen soldiers at the Anzac Cove in Gallipoli from the First World War. It was a very poorly planned attack of ours that resulted in a lot of fallen soldiers.
Yeah. Anzac Australia New Zealand Army Corps.
That's the one. Yeah. But most importantly, it's my birthday.
Of course, that's the most important.
That is complete tongue in cheek.
Well, not really, but yeah.
My dad likes to tell a story of how because it was Anzac Day when I was born, he couldn't get me I was the only baby in the nursery without a teddy bear
Oh,
because he couldn't buy me anything.
because all the shops were shut.
All the shops were shut, so
Yeah.
he bought me a little teddy bear the very next day when the shops opened.
Yeah.
And I still have that bear. That's my little Ted.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. Okay,
Well,
have a fabulous birthday.
thank you. I will.
No shopping though, because the shops are shut, but you can online shop still.
Well, I've specifically told the kids and my husband that I don't want any purchase gifts this year. I said I have enough.
Yeah.
Um, so I have said to be a bit creative. They can be secondhand if they really desperately want to get buy me something, but no new purchases.
Mm.
Um, but I've given them I've said, you can be a bit creative. I said you could maybe pick some yarns
Mm.
and a pattern and put that together for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like get all the pieces for a Lego set that is not made and put it all together for me, or
Yeah.
or cook for me, or
Yeah.
paint my toenails, or I've given them some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be not downstairs on their devices right now. They should be downstairs creating.
Well, they're teenagers now, so
Yeah. Cool. You have a fabulous week.
you too.
Okay. Matua, everyone.
Matua.